Welcome to the STIHL Timbersports Men's Championship here at the Ford Ranger New Zealand Rural Games, and the newly crowned Rural Sportsperson of the Year, Jack Jordan, is in the house. Stephen McIver, Phil Ropiha. Well, he's going to be a guy to beat, but who's going to have a crack at him?
Well, I can tell you now, looking at the form from last year and even the year before, his brother, Shane Jordan, a bit of sibling rivalry. That has always been really good, and we saw it only by hundredths of a second in the past. But Cleveland Cherry coming up, he's been our rookie champion, got on the podium in the rookies. He was in very good form last year, and there's some, real great local favourites like Hayden Rasmussen. We've got Bobby Dowling and Kahu Woolley. They've come across the ditch because they're domiciled in Australia. We have a fantastic competition coming up.
All right, where is Jack stronger that can maybe he can go again?
Well, I think Jack's prowess is pretty much across the board. He likes the standing chop.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good at everything.
He's good at everything, and we saw that last year in the World Championships where he, as in his own words, a dogfight to the end in the World Championships, but he got up the tree very well. Not the favourite of most of the competitors, but it certainly gave him the edge going into the hot saw as the final discipline.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Phil, the key here is that people got to remember this is big for the World Champs, this actual event.
Well, it is too, and if you look at the history, New Zealand's strongest in the world. There'll be 12 countries that are competing, and there are more that compete before they get to that cut. And we have 12 individual World Championship titles to our name, 4 teams, rookies, and also the World Trophy, which Jack Jordan has held 3 times in a row, has the record, and this is the only time in the history of STIHL Timbersports worldwide that an individual has held the championship and the trophy. Absolutely fantastic.
We will take that as the 2026 STIHL Timbersport New Zealand Men's Championship right here at the Ford Ranger New Zealand Rural Games. Let's go.
Underhand chop. In the past, the underhand chop technique was used to split logs. Standing on a horizontally anchored block, the athletes cut through a 32-centimeter log. The block has to be worked from both sides.
Okay, we are ready now for heat number 1 on stand number 1. Let's welcome to the stage Neil Haitley, Kahu Woolley.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And so we are off for a great day of competition. So the man from the Waikato originally coming up against the West Coaster. First turn on Kahu Woolley. He likes the underhand chop too, so he's probably got the wood away on that second scarf. Good grip on his footholds too. Neil Haitley's going to see what he can do, and he's actually managed to do it, so it's not really just on who turns first, is it? Let's get our next 2 competitors up in heat number 2. Let's welcome from Otaki, Hayden Rasmussen, and we'll call him a Southlander, Bobby Dowling.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, second one in now. We know that we've got a little bit of ranking going through, so it's only going to get quicker. But you can see a bolter in the first part. It's always a good turn. Bobby Dowling first on the turn. Nice and clean as he steps between the cuts to get onto the block. Local favourite Hayden Rasmussen. He's got a little bit of work to do here to catch the Southlander. But a bit of a stick there to slow it down. But Bobby Dowling manages to get it into 2 pieces. And Hayden Rasmussen finishes out. Please welcome from Otorohanga, Chris Lord, and from Masterton, Quinton Fawcett.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So the time to beat is a 20.96 seconds set by Bobby Dowling in the last heat. Let's see what these 2 can do. Chris Lord, the rookie world championship back in 2019. But Quinton Fawcett, the axe maker, he's on that second scarf and he's going to do a fair bit of work. He's got a little bit less work done in the front, but he might get there. It's going to be a close run thing, but he's got it. Let's welcome our next 2 contestants to the stage, please. From Putaruru, Cleveland Cherry, and from Rotorua, Kyle Lemon.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so Kyle Lemon, he loves this particular discipline. Cleveland Cherry, the bolter last year, came straight out of rookies into the seniors and got himself on the podium, and he is first on the turn. Kyle Lemon, look at that for a turn. That's what they call a jump turn, probably the best executed in the world. But at the moment, it's all Cleveland Cherry. He's coming through, gets a little bit of a stick on that last driver. Could give that fast cadence from Kyle Lemon. I tell you what, we're going to need the judges to pick that one. Okay, ready now for the final heat here in the underhand. Let's welcome to the stage Shane Jordan and Jack Jordan.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so both of these brothers have been in the World Championship. They know what it's like to be at the sharp end of the biggest competition for axemen in the world. First on the turn, it's Jack Jordan. Last night's Ford Supreme Sportsperson of the Year. And I'll tell you what, that might be why. Good work there by Shane Jordan, making a bit of a comeback. Had a little bit of an injury not too long ago, but that looked pretty good. And the good news is for Quinton Fawcett, he's managed to hold his position with an 18.67, and Chris Lord from Otorohanga taking up that third podium position on the underhand at a 20.39. So those three in particular off to a fantastic start.
Jack Jordan starts off the STIHL Timbersports Men's Championship with a win in the underhand, 17.65. You comfortable with that?
Yeah, happy to get the win there. Had a few sticks in that, which I was probably hoping for a quicker time, but win's a win, so yeah, happy with that.
How do you get quicker in this event?
Oh, you just try and eliminate the sticks. Like I had a couple of sticks here where I couldn't pull the axe out of the wood, and I suppose eliminate that and try and eliminate hits. Yeah.
Stock saw. After the starting shot, the contestants have to cut 2 wooden discs, so-called cookies, within a 10-centimeter mark. One downward and one upward. The attempt is only valid when both discs have been cut off completely and within the marks.
Okay, ready for the stock saw. Let's welcome on our first two competitors, Kahu Woolley and Neil Haitley.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So you saw the explanation, you know what they've got to do. It's going to have CS first on the cut. Nice transfer there by Neil Haitley. Kahu Woolley, nice pressure, but he's not going to beat the West Coaster. It looked like a very good clean start. Judges will have the final call on that. Time to get our next competitors on. Let's welcome from Otaki, Hayden Rasmussen, and from Tuatapi, Bobby Dowling.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're about even as they picked up the saw. Hayden Rasmussen, a little bit of a hesitation, going to give Bobby Dowling the advantage. Very good stance there from Bobby as he makes the upcut. He's going to put the 2 cookies down first. Hayden Rasmussen just finishes out the cut there, but nice clean cutting. Let's welcome on our next two competitors. It is Cleveland Cherry and Kyle Lemon.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
That's a nice clean pickup. Even Stevens as they start the bout. Kyle Lemon first there, the first bit, great concentration it is too. And he's got lovely pressure on the upcut as Kyle Lemon. And it's enough to make sure that he takes out the heat. It is Quinton Fawcett and Chris Lord.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Here's a very even start. 5.4 kilowatts of pure power coming from those STIHL MS661. Quinton Fawcett with a very thick cookie on the second one. Looks like he was trying to threaten that crown line, but of course the judges are going to see just how close he did threaten it by. Okay, ready for our next and last contestants here in the final heat with the siblings. Let's welcome Jack and Shane Jordan to the stage.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, they're quick off the ground, these two. First cut going in. Jack Jordan, who made a good job of it. An absolutely level peg and come through on the second cut. It's a fair bit of ground made up there by Shane. It's going to be a close one to go and measure. Kyle Lemon's 10.3, not enough to take it through to the top. Shane Jordan recording the fastest time at a 9.85, followed very closely by Jack Jordan on a 10.1.
Standing block chop. At At the standing block chop, the felling of a tree with an axe is simulated. A vertically positioned wooden block with a diameter of 30 centimeters has to be cut through both sides. A powerful and precise swing with the axe is the premise of a good result.
So that's how it's done. Let's get on our first two competitors in heat number one. Welcome to the stage, Bobby Dowling and Kahu Woolley.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So there we go. Now you'll see the technique. It's a bit harder to see from your side, but they'll start with a couple of blows from the bottom as they clear out the wood. The idea coming into the centre into a nice V. Kahu Woolley first on the turn. Bobby Dowling doing a little bit more work on the first scarf as he makes his turn now. Kahu Woolley absolutely knocking the chips out. Bobby Dowling knows he's got some room to make up, but at the moment it's Kahu Woolley. I said he likes this event. Bobby Dowling puts the second half down on the deck. Let's get on our next two competitors. Let's welcome to the stage, please, Kyle Lemon and Neil Haitley.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So it's 20.09 seconds held by Kahu Woolley, the time to beat. Big blocks coming out here from Neil Haitley, the man from the South Island, actually cutting cleanly. Lovely, lovely scarf, nice and even. A bit more step from Kyle Lemon. He'll be looking to make amends on the second side, giving absolute everything he's got. But at the moment it's Neil Haitley, looks like he's got it, and that's a good cut too. That is a good cut. Kyle Lemon, come on, let's go Kyle. There it is. Needs to get that time, you've got to get that block separated into two. Let's get our next two competitors on. It is from Otaki, Hayden Rasmussen, and from Masterton, Quinton Fawcett.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So it's the man who makes the axes up against the one who likes using them. Let's have a look and see how this first scarf looks. Quinton Fawcett coming in from underneath now, makes the turn first. Hayden Rasmussen also on the turn now, the man from Otaki. It's all going to be, there's still a fair bit of wood to shift in there for Quinton Fawcett, but he knows his axe. But it's Hayden Rasmussen. Hayden Rasmussen it is. Takes the honours in that matchup. Let's welcome to the stage from Pitararu, Cleveland Cherry, and from Otorohanga, Chris Lord.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, both put that uppercut in exactly the same time. I know you can't see it from the stand, but there's a lot of wood moving here. Very narrow angle there by Chris Lord as he makes the turn. Cleveland Cherry absolutely at the same time. A little bit more work done on the front side by Cleveland Cherry. Might give him the advantage here. A little bit of movement on that block there for Chris Lord as they bring down those drivers, and Cleveland Cherry. Chris Lord not too far behind. Let's welcome to the stage again Jack Jordan and Shane Jordan.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So here we go. This is where the real heat comes into the competition in the standing choppers. Both these brothers take out the first scarf. It's Jack Jordan first on the turn. Gives Shane Jordan a little bit of action to catch up. Has Jack done enough work on the first side? And he hasn't. He hasn't. It's given Shane Jordan. Shane the advantage there. A couple of fibres hanging on there for Jack just at the end. As expected, Shane Jordan with that 17.52. Cleveland Cherry taking that third position. He was on the podium last year, so we're looking at a pretty familiar picture. But at the moment, it is a battle royale between Shane and Jack Jordan.
Single buck. The single buck is a one-man saw about 2 meters long. With this, the athletes have to cut off a complete disc of a 46 centimeter thick wooden block. The perfect interplay between rhythm and strength is the key to success.
Let's get Bobby Dowling and Neil Haitley onto the stage for the first heat in the single buck.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so the tall man, Neil Haitley, stands up tall at the block. Means there's always a chance that the tip can hit into the ground. But Bobby Dowling showing what he does best. Why he's got all those titles in Australia. Cutting beautifully. Look at that. Okay, let's get our next two competitors up. From Rotorua, Kyle Lemon, and from Masterton, Quinton Fawcett.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And away we go here in the single buck, heat number 2. Kyle Lemon on the right as you look from the grandstand. Quinton Fawcett, these are the guys that make the saws. That's who he works for. It's his family business. But at the moment, it looks like Kyle Lemon's got the advantage here as he comes down into the last 10% of the block, and away it goes. But I tell you what, bit of a comeback there from Quinton Fawcett in that final half. Welcome to the stage, Chris Lord and Cleveland Cherry.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Away we go. First blow's going in. Now the idea here is to keep it very, very straight and smooth to go through, and you're going to have a lot of gas to get that second half. Chris Lord at the moment may have a little bit of an advantage, but it's not much. Cleveland Cherry picking it up and manages to do it on that last few strokes. My gosh. Let's welcome to the stage Jack and Shane Jordan.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Now, there's a lot at stake on this, because even if they don't threaten Bobby Dowling's 10 seconds, it really is to the top of the leaderboard. It's going to matter on how these two go. And at the moment, I think Shane's managing to get it. He's cutting very well, and he has too. He's managed to do it. Starting to stack up a few very impressive wins in the heats is Shane Jordan. So we'll have that last look from the judges, make sure it's all tickety-boo.
Both cuts are good.
Oh, that's good news, isn't it? That is good news when you see the protest being chucked out onto the middle of the floor. Looking at the leaderboard, I think we've got Shane Jordan sitting up the top, just a little bit ahead of his brother Jack Jordan. Now there's a little bit of a turnaround for the box, and I think actually looking at, we've got Bobby Dowling sitting in that third position.
11:08. Is that a time that you're comfortable with to win this event?
Yeah, I was happy enough with 11:08. I've been having a bit of trouble with my shoulder, so I would have loved to have gotten the 10s, but yeah, 11:08 did the trick job today.
You are one of the best sawyers in the world. What's the secret sauce when you're at the block to get a good cut?
I think the key is working with the saw rather than trying to force the saw through the wood. Spend a lot of time working just to make sure I'm in harmony with what the saw wants to do rather than telling it what to do, and yeah, it seems to work for me.
Springboard. Springboard simulates the traditional way of felling trees, climbing up over thick roots. First, notches known as pockets are chopped into the log. 2 springboards are then anchored into these pockets. The athlete then climbs up to chop through a 27-centimeter thick block of wood in the fastest time possible.
Righto, let's get our first competitors on for the springboard. Let's welcome Kyle Lemon and Quinton Fawcett.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So here we go, away. Heat number 1 of the springboard, and this is a fantastic event. Quinton Fawcett pretty much put a perfect pocket in. Try and say that too fast after a few beers. And is already onto that second pocket. Going to take more than the 2. A little bit of chip moving out. Kyle Lemon also got a wonderful first board on angle. Quinton Fawcett first up on the second. It's a good board as well, just holding nice and level. A little bit of drop now. Kyle Lemon grabs second board, fires the clip into the pocket, gives it a bit of a test, rams it in. He says, yeah, maybe that'll do. Hops up, not particularly square, but it's going to be good enough. So at the moment, it's all Quinton Fawcett. He's heading towards that 3/4 mark through the top block. Kyle Lemon, all the work to do, the police officer from Rotorua. But at the moment, those downward slashing strokes coming here from Quinton Fawcett. Coming in on the near side, starts moving across the end, and away she goes. That's a good cut there from the young man from Masterton. Kyle Lemon, crowd favourite. Let's see what he can do. He's trying to move that wood on that far side. He knows that every half a second is going to count in the total points. I tell you what, he's cutting nice and cleanly too. Yeah, come on, let's hear a bit of noise. Kyle Lemon, everyone. Okay, makes the turn now. Reckons he's done enough on that forward side. Gets a bit of a stick on the back. Come on, let's hear a bit of noise on each blow. 1, 2, 3, and she's gone. Okay, we've got more Springboard coming your way in the next heat. Let's welcome to this stage Chris Lord and Neil Haitley.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So pocket number 1, Neil Haitley, first to hit the tree. 2, 3, 4. He's going to clean a little bit out. Goes 5. Chris Lord gets to put his board in first. Now get a load of these boards, ladies and gentlemen. I think Neil Haitley's got half a tree for that size and thickness of the board. Chris Lord with a slightly more flexible board puts in his second pocket. Oh, it's a good one too from where I'm standing. It's just a shame you can't see it from that side, but it looks very nice. Gives the board a bit of a check. Oh, gee, lovely. And Nibble getting up board, probably a little bit down further than he wants it, and he's going to reset it. This gives Neil Haitley a chance to come back, puts the second of those big boards in to the pocket. The clip holds well, and that's really got a good angle on it for the big man from Westport. Away he goes. So Neil Haitley already up onto the top block. He's got a very good board. I see he's even got a back foothold on it to stop his foot slipping off the rear of the board. Chris Lord realises he's going to have to reset, goes up on his first board, places the second one in, gives it a bit of a test. That's a little bit better. Now he's just very nimble getting up there, great alacrity. And at the moment though, he's got a lot of work to do as Chris Lord as he starts blowing out the first side of the clearwood, the tree at the top. Neil Haitley, bit of a stick on the far side. Comes down now, he's starting to look at these back strokes now onto the backhand. Very difficult when you're standing that far off the ground and that board is rocking around a little bit. Okay, here's the comeback now. Chris Lord, but he's not going to get there. The work has already been done. That misplaced second board has been very costly. It's a lovely scarf that he's put in there too. Okay, cutting conventionally, going up and down rather than just using the downstrokes that we've seen from the other competitors. But he needs to keep... Okay, everyone ready for some more tree climbing? Yeah, come on. Let's welcome to the stage Cleveland Cherry and Bobby Dowling.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So it's Bobby Dowling to your left as you're looking from the main grandstand. Cleveland Cherry on the right as the first pockets go in. Bobby Dowling sticks the axe up and parks it for now as he gets the board, gives it a try, puts the weight on it, said, yep, that'll probably do, mate. And up he gets and gets ready for that second pocket. Cleveland Cherry, he'll be looking to make up some time round about now. So he's on his first board too, attacks that second pocket. Bobby Dowling still doing some work on it. It's giving Cleveland Cherry a chance to catch up as he flicks the chip out of the bottom of the pocket. Axe goes into the top, so this may be where we've got a change in the lead here. Cleveland Cherry puts it in, doesn't really even test it. He knows it's going to be a goodie. It's got a fair bit of movement in it. Bobby Dowling wants to make sure, absolutely, that board is going to hold nice and firm and give him good footing as he attacks the top of the tree now. And away he goes. But at the moment, it's all Cleveland Cherry there on the right-hand side. He's actually doing good work here, clearing out. Instead of got to go about 3/4 of the way through before they turn to the back. Oh, listen to the sound of the thuds going in. It must be difficult when that board's moving under your feet and the pole's moving on every blow that you hit. Cleveland Cherry still working on that first scarf. Bobby Dowling making up a little bit of ground now. He knows he's got to do it. He's got a chance. He's got a chance overall. He needs to really get into this. But Cleveland Cherry first to turn to the back. Coming in those downstrokes that we're familiar with, not using a conventional way of cutting, but he hasn't got much fibre to go. And there it goes. So the young man from Putaruru manages to get the honours in the matchup. Bobby Dowling on the turn now. Over there in South Australia, but formerly from Tuatapere in Southland, and there we have it. Let's welcome back to the stage Shane Jordan and Jack Jordan.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Away you go, the first pockets there from the Jordan boys. One's a logger, one's a farmer. Both put the axe in and set the first board absolutely neck and neck as we go up to the second pocket. Jack Jordan with the first blow into the pocket, giving him a fraction of a second head start. But I think he's going to need more than that. Gets a bit of a stick. He won't be happy. Clears out the chip. Axe goes into the top. He's going to have to get some seconds here on brother Shane, who is leading the competition so far. So Jack first up on that second board. Looks like a good board too. He's got good grip on it. Now this is, if you watched the World Championship last year, this is where Jack really made the difference. A little bit off balance, as you can imagine. She's pretty tough up there. But certainly when he had to put the points on Braden Meyer from Australia last year, this is actually where it happened, making the hot saw much closer proposition than it could have been. Okay, both axemen up on the top now. Shane Jordan first side, making the scarf. Jack's turned to the back and he's already got it. I can see the fiber's gone. There it is. So Shane Jordan got some work to do here. He needs to keep up the places and keep up the board. We know Quinton Fawcett's got that great time, but he's going to have to really record it here and keep on going. Let's hear some noise. This man's got the chance to be in the number one position and hold it, but he's going to have to keep working. Goes through, now turns to the back. Down comes the first blow. Goes to the far side of centre. Oh, we can see it moving. He hasn't got a lot to do. There it is. The Stratford logger showing how it's done, but he's a little bit behind. Brother Jack, already down off the board. Is that going to give enough airspace as we head into the hot saw as our final event? So there you have it on the scoreboard. Quinton Fawcett put in that really, really good cut early on at 51.40, but I tell you what, Jack Jordan with that 55.41, that was no mean feat. But I know it's enough because he's really only pushed brother Shane out into that third position. At the moment, it's our reigning champion, Jack Jordan, just sneaking into the lead there with 58 points. He's got the overall advantage, even if Shane's on 58 points as well, because the time at this stage is quicker. So everything is going to be hanging on this hot saw competition.
We're going into the final event of the STIHL New Zealand Timbersports Championship, and Jack and Shane Jordan are tied, but Jack, you're partially ahead on time. Now we go to the hot saw. What are you thinking?
Yeah, so now that it comes to the hot saw and we're so close, I guess whoever wins out of us in the hot saw will, will take it away. So hopefully I can get on top of him, but we'll see how we go, yeah.
How crazy is the hot saw for fans?
Yeah, pretty crazy. It's noisy. You know, there's so many CCs you're sort of holding up in the air, so yeah, it can go any way, yeah.
Is there a similar philosophy like the stock saw about when you get your transitions right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty similar to that, but you just got so many more revs and bloody CCs, so yeah.
In other words, hang on.
Yeah, hang on for the ride, yeah.
Well, it's going down to the final one.
Hot saw. For the hot saw, power saws are called into action and the athletes have a space of 15 centimeters to cut 3 complete discs off a 46 centimeter thick wooden block. Jumping the start or cutting over the line will result in a disqualification.
And first to do battle, it is Bobby Dowling.
Warm up your saws.
Just one of those things that shows that this is all not beer and skittles because we've just thrown the chain. Okay, looks like it's going to be too much to rectify the situation for Bobby Dowling, which is a shame.
Okay, unfortunately, due to a technical problem, Bobby is disqualified from this discipline.
And next up to do battle, Cleveland Cherry from Putaruru. Now Cleveland saw as a 350cc Honda based machine, and it is a bigger capacity machine than he raced last year.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Can't see what the discs look like. I'm sure the judges are going to be having a look at it in a second.
Okay, unfortunately, Cleveland has cut outside the line, and it's a disqualification.
Welcome to the stage from Masterton, it is Quinton Fawcett. Now what do we know about this saw? This is an X-Row rotary, 325cc, built by Georg Blassie. In the home of the Wankel engine in Germany, it is 30 kilos.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
How about that? Who are the guys up there that like the rotaries? Let's welcome to the stage from Westport, Neil Haitley. Now the saw here is a Rotax, so just under the 300cc mark.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So all in all, looked all right. So Neil Haitley put in a 10.98 seconds. It didn't look as quick as Quinton's earlier cut, but the important thing, he's got a cut, because on that scoreboard I've just looked at, there are 2 with those horrible letters called DQ beside them. Next up to the stage, let's welcome Shane Jordan. So this is a 350cc Honda, built by Dennis Cahoon in California in the United States.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
That's quick. 5.7. Well, that puts it several cats amongst very few pigeons. All of the pressure is on this last cut. That puts Shane into that top spot. Let's welcome Jack Jordan. Okay, another Dennis Cahoon built saw, this time a 330cc Honda Power.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Okay, here come the judges. Here come the judges.
Jack has an incomplete cut. Unfortunately, it's a disqualification.
First of all, in 10th position from Otaki, Hayden Rasmussen. In 9th position from Taumaranui, Kahuwali. In 8th position from Otarahanga, welcome Chris Lord. In 7th position from Rotorua, Kyle Lemon. In 6th position from Tuatapere, Robert Dowling. But before Robert goes any further, he also is the winner of the Jason Wynyard Memorial Trophy for single buck. So give it up for Robert Dowling. And now we move to the official podium. In 3rd position, out of Masterton, give it up for Quinton Fawcett. In 2nd position, now noting that this went right down to the last event, from Taumaranui, Jack Jordan. And your champion of the 2026 STIHL Timbersports New Zealand Championship as part of the Ford Ranger New Zealand Rural Games, Shane Jordan. So there it is, folks. There is your official podium for the New Zealand Championships, brought to you by STIHL Timbersports. One more time, big round of applause. Congratulations. The most important thing about the win is that berth to the World Championships. How good does this feel right now?
Oh, definitely, like going over as the representative for New Zealand is like, that is the biggest thing we can do in wood chopping. So yeah, it's pretty cool to to be going over there.
You and Jack were tied going into the hot saw. You put down a 5.7. Have you done anything quicker officially?
No, I haven't. I've sort of been in the sort of low 6s before. So yeah, it was sort of, I knew I had to go out there and cut pretty good, and yeah, my sword did everything I needed to do, and yeah, it went well.
What did your heart do when you saw him DQ?
Oh, probably straight away I felt sorry for him, like I was in his seat last year, so but then sort of it all started sinking in that that means that I won.
How much does this mean to you going to the Worlds, considering the health issues you've had in recent times?
Yeah, no, it's been good. I've sort of, last weekend I wasn't even going to come and compete here, so it fractured my ankle, so yeah, I strapped it up and took a few more painkillers and just sort of sucked through.
But it's time to celebrate, mate, because you're off to the Worlds.
Yes, thank you.